In today's video, we are talking about the richest people of the 20th century. Have you ever wondered who the richest people of the world were, before Warren Buffett and Jeff Bezos, even Bill Gates? Well, it is time to find out. First person on our list is Andrew Carnegie. He was the richest man in the 1900s, born November 1835 in Scotland but later migrated to America with his family. He started working at a tender age of 12, but his breakthrough started when he became the superintendent of the Pittsburgh Railroad Company. He made some wise investments in industrial companies and the oil industry and made up to $50,000 as annual income by the age of 30. Through his numerous business trips, he took an interest in steel production, seeing the potential in it. He worked at a steelworks company which later evolved into Carnegie Steel Company. The company was able to make strides through investment in technology, good human capital and wise decisions, mainly to reduce the cost of producing steel. He made a profit of $25 million in 1900 but sold the company for $480 million in 1901 and gave a lot through philanthropic work. He died in 1919. The second richest person of the 20th century was John D. Rockefeller. He was born in July 1839 in New York. He started his first official job at age 16. At age 20, he started a business with his business partner which made up to $450,000. Seeing an opportunity in the oil production industry in the 1860s, John Rockefeller started an oil refinery which later united with an existing company known as Standard Oil Company and became a great success. The company later acquired other companies it saw as competitors and became a monopoly, making it difficult for other businesses to enter the industry. Later on, the company had to break up into factions due to antitrust issues. He was the richest man in the 1910s with an accumulated wealth of $900 million in 1913 and maintained his position till the late 1930s. He passed on in 1937. The third richest person of the 20th century was Henry Ford. Henry Ford was born in July 1863. As a teen, he had a knack for gadgets and used to fix watches. He started as an apprentice at a shipbuilding firm where he learned a lot of useful skills. He rose through the ranks and began to build his first car known as the Ford quadricycle. He later established his own company called Ford Motor Company and is credited to establishing the first moving assembly line to facilitate large numbers of automobile production. He was known to be a very innovative thinker and was worth around $200 billion in present monetary terms. He died in April 1947. The fourth person on our list is John Paul Getty. He was born in December 1892. Paul, just like Rockefeller, made his fortune from the oil industry. Paul's father owned an oil company and after his education, he began to buy and sell oil leases from which he made millions. He inherited his father's company after his demise and expanded it into an oil empire. He achieved this by buying other oil companies and reaping from a breakthrough investment in an oil field which churned out millions of barrels of oil. He later consolidated all the companies into Getty Oil. He died in June 1976 and was believed to be worth $6 billion. The fifth richest person of the 20th century was Hiroshi Yoshiaki. He was born in May 1934. His father had established a huge land company in Japan and began investing in real estate and also engaged in some politics. Yoshiaki inherited majority of his father's wealth when he died and became the owner of a private railway company which was known to be the largest in Japan. He continued to engage in strategic real estate investments such as resorts and sports centers, just to name a few. He became the richest person in the world around the 1980s with a net worth of $20 billion. However, a scandal involving his wealth earned him some time in prison and brought his wealth down immensely. Yoshiaki is still very rich today with about $500 million to his name. The last richest person of the 20th century is Bill Gates. Yes, Bill Gates. He became the richest man in the world in the 1990s, actually beating Yoshiaki. He was believed to be worth $12.9 billion at the time, but his fortune grew rapidly by the end of the 20th century. He was born in 1955 and studied his way through his education, earning the reputation of a smart child. He gained admission to Harvard University but later dropped out to focus on establishing his company Microsoft with partner Paul Allen. They fought and rose through many challenges till Microsoft became successful. He was named the world's richest man from 1995 to 2008. For more educative videos that satisfy your curiosity, subscribe to this channel from the icon below. Thanks for watching.